I really want this thing on go. What's going on, people? Let's get this one started. If we're talking contenders for Artist of the Year, I gotta say Dutchavelli is part of that. From obscurity to not a household name, but somewhere getting towards that, Dutchavelli has been very successful. From his song Only If You Knew that came out in January, which pretty much kicked off this Dutchavelli wave, to Burning, to his track, I Don't Know, with Tion Wayne and Stormzy. Like, Dutchavelli has just been on a mad run this year. So as runs go, you know, it's natural to drop a project and kind of solidify that stamp so people can always go back to a body of work when you're having a successful run. Now, earlier on this year, I was actually fortunate enough to interview Dutchavelli, which some of you guys who are watching this right now would have seen for yourselves already. And if you haven't, I suggest going to watch that. But from when I had a conversation with him off camera and stuff like that, it seemed like he was in a pretty good space and he was ready to shut down this year and do his own thing. But backstory aside, we're here now at this project, Dutch from the 5th. Obviously, we knew he's from the 5th because he's got that lyric, it's Dutch from the 5th, but I still get love from the 6th like Aubrey. And you know what? I'm expecting a bit of diversity from this tape. I want to kind of understand and appreciate a little bit more about Dutchavelli through his music. I want to see it not just be a straight drill or rap tape. I want to hear maybe a little R&B or something in there. I'm only saying that because I see that on the actual features, we've got Ray Black on track 10. So I'm assuming there's going to be an R&B thing unless Ray Black's coming on a drill wave and it might be a madness. But the runtime in this is only 42 minutes, so it's not too long, 16 tracks. I'm looking forward to this one. If you're excited, leave a like on the video right about now. Let's get into this. Trying to get to 1,700 views. No, trying to get to 1,700 subscribers by the end of the year. It's a close target, but I know we can make that happen. So hit that subscribe button and make sure you press the notification, or press the notification bell. Do something to the notification bell so you get noties when I post. It is what it is. Let's go and let's just get to the video, innit?
I do not care about his talking the hardest. Just woke up today and they told me I tried. Walked out court with Jeezy and Beezy. Told all of my niggas I got him regardless. Top is Dutch.
Congratulations, my guy. 1 million views. Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, yeah. For real. Man just came through and just started rapping. I just moved crazy. Obviously, from the introduction we're getting, it seems like this is done from the start of the year when he was first blowing up. Now he's just getting millies every time he drops something. But this is hard. Yeah, I'm literally on this little skip bit in the middle of the song, but this is hard, man. This is hard so far.
Yeah, we done here.
Stupid, I know how to play this. I'm still with the same niggas that came. You wasn't there on the minimum wages and we get up.
I think this is gonna be a good tape. So far, so good. You know, he's talking about being successful, can pull up in a Wraith now. He can do all this stuff, and he's basically seen the evolution of Dutchavelli from 2019 and backwards to now. And that's what I like to see, man. There's progression already in this tape, so we're kind of getting a new chapter of Dutchavelli, or from what I'm getting at, a new chapter of Dutchavelli as we step into this. And I'm here for that. Let's get into this next record and see what he's actually going to say throughout this tape, or some of the themes that we're going to break into. Track number 2, let's get into it. It's a weird little beat in there, but I think it's going to drop bad.
Gang unit, no, I'm a gangster, just got a plate from Sahara Grill. Yeah. Don't put no ice in my fan, 1,000 grams in the clamp. Pack going up, north like 40. I gotta give thanks for my gun. All they do without you, my charge. You don't wanna get caught slipping. If I stab it, dig it, twist it, then I'm probably gonna leave it in him.
Decent again, you know, like I wasn't sure on the beat when I first heard it, you know. I wasn't really sure about that because I was listening to it and I was thinking, ooh, I don't know if I like the little background noise that's going off on the actual song itself. I'm not mad at it. I mean, I don't know if I'd necessarily come back to this one as like something I'd listen to a lot off the back of this tape, but it was a decent song.
They're like, what do you mean? My boy come through like 25 sheets, yeah? And it's all of
What do you mean? I'll tell that, what do you mean?
I gotta go to a high point, know the you that I met in hideout. Yeah. I finesse for a deck at knife point. Fuck, neck, back and chest.
The beat was cold. I appreciated the beat a lot on that song. Again, even though it's only like a 2.5 minute record, it feels a little bit dragged out. I don't feel like there was enough that was fully captivating me. And there's obviously certain things that he said from the first track that's rolled into the second one. Straight away, you get that heavy 808 coming in powerfully, like setting the record straight, and it pretty much consistently runs through the whole song. But let's get into the next one and see what we can do.
I spare no one but kids and women. Yeah.
Hold on. Okay. All right. I think we're going to reload that one still. We got to reload that one real quick. You know, there was there. I need to hear that bar one more time. That's a bit mad. Hey, that's a bit mad still.
That's right. That when a barrel spinning, I don't show no love to a victim. All of that Ching Splash dipping. Approach with caution. Big hum on me like 4. Dan just looks like Harry. I went magic like Dumbledore.
Again, a bit like the last one. It's It's a good song, but I just feel like it's lacking like a certain conviction that's going to get me hype. However, I feel like in a club setting or a gig, like if Dutchavelli in 2021 or whenever clubs or venues can reopen and he did this as a live performance, that chorus, yeah, like I don't spare no one apart from kids and women, that's going to be a bit of a madness because people are going to go crazy to that. And so far these songs have been quite punchy, which is one thing I do like, the fact that, you know, it's easy to get into them. All of the songs so far have been under 3 minutes. They're quick, they're in and out, maybe like 2 verses, 2 or 3 choruses, and boom, we're straight to the next one. So it's keeping good momentum as we're going through. Again, it's just one of them songs that I don't think it stands out as powerfully as the ones he's dropped before. But let's get into the next one and let's see what we got. Okay, kind of coming with a different vibe now. Sounds a bit more emotional. Emotional.
If you ever went jail for me, I'll be there in the V with a pack just waiting. Yeah, put money in your bank when you went on vacation.
Hey.
But it land off from chicks, but it ain't from you, it ain't important. I hope you feel me in my pain when I'm sourcing.
Oh wow,
Even
okay.
when I feel the type of way I put my own in.
Man just sits on the orgy real quick.
When it was calling, I kept it jogging in the rain when it was calling.
I kept you jogging in the rain when you was calling. Jogging in the rain when you was calling. Hey, I kept it jogging in the rain. The auto tune switch up, I should say, really changed the scope of the song, and I kind of liked it. You know, I kind of thought if you overuse it, you know, it can be just a bit too much. If you underuse it, we can expose that you can't sing. But he used that in the right way, and it just kind of seamlessly blended into it. Obviously, this song pretty much more about a ride or die. And, you know, if I can't call you at night, I'll call you in the morning. She was one of the good ones. She's one of the people that stuck around. She wasn't no sometime-ish type person. And again, I like the switch up because it kept it interesting as I was starting to get a bit like, okay, where is this going to go? So stuff like that really works nicely. As the song was coming to an end as well, like he started to go offbeat, which worked nicely because you could hear the emotion in his voice and how he was stressing that point. So by having the emotions kind of ride through and make it offbeat, worked really, really well in the record because it showed that he's actually emotional. He's not just like, you know, like saying that he's like, oh, he's really feeling this type of way, but he's perfectly on beat, because then you kind of lose that humanized essence of it. So fair play to Dutchavelli for doing that. Out of the ones that we've heard, that's not the intro. It's probably my favorite one so far, but let's get into the next record and see what we got. All right, the next one is Only If You Knew, but we're not going to play that because we already know how that sounds. That one's been out since the top of the year. But again, big song and one of the best records out of the UK this year. Can't lie, man. When it comes to 2020 compilations, and when I do my mix for best of 2020, which I'll let you guys know, that will be on there. But let's get into the next one. This one's called It Looked From Here. I'm not gonna lie, my eyesight's good, but it says 2 a.m. Yeah, I thought it says Zam. I know what Zam is, but 2 a.m. Let's get into that and see what it's saying.
Back for the G and I'm not invest in the Dragon's Den. I hate that when I'm grabbing a throat. She want me to come, just tell me when. You can tell she was raised up north. She wanna make love in the LDN.
Dutchavelli so far this year has displayed that he's got good one-liners and good certain things. Obviously, we know about the women and kids bar. We also know with this one, he's talking about you're a 9.5, but your friend's a 10. He wants to do things with like the friend as well. You and the friend, or not you specifically, but you know what I'm trying to say. You know, he's just asking for a few simple things, you know, bed and something that rhymes with bed. So, you know what? It's actually decent. It's actually another song. It's quite quick. It's quite punchy. It's not really much to it. The next one is Bando Diaries, arguably his biggest song since Only If You Knew. A lot of people like vibe with that song heavy. I still prefer Only If You Knew, but I understand why people like Bando Diaries, innit? So I'm not even going to be making no claims or any comments on that one. Let's get into the next one after that. It's called Darkest Moments. So let's get into that one right now.
I was trying to get rich off the China white. She knows what I do on the road. My name's well known. She don't like it. I was on the run when I slept on the floor. Face trying to get me extradited. I had Marjay moaning. I was in jail. My boy got caught. I could not lie. My heart was broken. Ain't stressing. She want me back. She need to move on. She Charlie coping.
You've got that choir sample going off in the background. Obviously, the song's called Darkest Moments, and it really does add this like sinister feel to the record, which is quite good, which adds an extra effect. He's talking about, he's not hear his mum moan at him anymore. You know, he's talking about how he still got smoked for his ops like duty free, which I thought was a good bar, one of the ones I picked up on. And also we had the fact that he's talking about, I'm glad he's off, he's glad he's off the roads because that was getting long. I can't be mad at it again. It's one of them songs that's a bit more of a, especially after the hype of like Bando Diaries and Only If You Knew and those kind of records in the middle of this tape, you're kind of like chill. You're a bit more chilled and relaxed. You can't really turn up, you can't do anything too mad with that one. But the next one's with Ray Black. So let's get into that one, see what that's saying. I'm expecting, like I said earlier on in the video, an R&B-ish kind of vibe. But let's see what we got. Okay. I might be wrong.
Success, 1942 was nice, get the honey. I'm back.
Cause you had my shop in the set, we all together like Ed and Eddie.
Yeah.
She said she can never forget me. She
Why?
knows I'm firing shots in the belly.
Mad.
Putting up beamer and belly.
Okay.
Putting up ready.
What? Hey!
Oh,
You should have gone in a bit more. You know what? Yeah? I feel like that was pretty decent. Yeah, I mean, I like the synergy between Ray Black and Dutchavelli. What I was expecting from the record was automatically not the case once I heard it. I thought it was going to go a bit more crazy with 808 sliding and stuff, but it didn't. It was a bit more like a kind of like a darkish R&B rap track. You know, there's a few like good bars in there. Again, Usher U-turn bar I picked up on. I like that one. I think Ray Black's actual chorus went across the track nicely. I think the first chorus, so like the one after Dutchavelli started rapping, I kind of wish he'd gone in a little bit more because there was a big momentum building up, and then I feel like because it dropped a little bit and then we went into the chorus, we lost a little bit of momentum. But as a whole, another decent to good record, enjoyable, something I would probably pick out, and I'd probably use this one a bit more and listen to a bit more across the tape, apart from obviously the ones that were already out before this record dropped. Let's get to the next record.
Yo, bro, watch out, S Road Bop. I just spoke to the plug, better cut that price at the Tesco shop. Put a brick in the press and clapped it. Clap that brick. They still can't get rid of this savage. If bro pull up, don't panic, you don't know who's who when everyone's dashing.
Another one, like, this one for me is my least favourite of this record so far. The instrumental wasn't, like I said that so slow, instrumental wasn't that great on this one. It just felt a little bit dragged out. The song's not even really that long. It's only 3 minutes, 2:59 to be exact. But, you know, it just drags on a bit. And it's one of those ones where I think we'll get lost in the album as you go through and you listen to it. I might be wrong in it. I might be wrong because it's supposed to be a bop. So who knows? If someone makes a dance move to it, ain't nowhere to do the dance move to it. But, you know, something might come of it. I don't know, but for me, maybe my least favourite one so far. Okay, the next record is one with Millions, Cool With Me. Big record, again, a really smart release because obviously we've seen the rise of Millions. My guy's out here modelling for Burberry now. Glad to see him be very successful and, you know, help to put Birmingham on the map even more so. Not like they weren't on the map already, I'm just saying. Another artist that people can say, oh, look, that's from Birmingham. Boom. So shout out to him. Track number 13 is Surely. Obviously, we've heard that one as well because that was the song that came out after Only If You Knew, if I can remember. This year's been long. I'm not even going to lie to you. So I think it was the one after it. But if I'm wrong, we already know that it's come out. So we'll skip to the next record, which is Do It, featuring Fire. So let's get into that right now and then see what we got.
The old knows when I'm beefing. Man pulled out a gun with no shells. Man took that from him and beat him. Talk about drills. Man, do it and clean it. Ain't on me, I'm really in the deep end.
Oh.
So sight for my ops. Ski, do an MJ and beat it.
Yeah.
Wanna talk about drills, did it, do it. Gonna repeat it.
Fast-paced, energetic track. I like that one. Fire came through with a good verse. I was about to say fire verse, but I'm not going to do that. Came through with a good verse. I added like a good energy towards the track. Dutchavelli obviously keeping up the momentum and keeping up a more upbeat sound post the song S Road Bop, which obviously there's been tracks before that, but I'm saying like once we got to Cool With Me and Surely, the energy levels rose up again, and I feel that was a good one to keep the momentum going. Let me get the words out, bro. You know what it was? Next record, 15th track out of 16, so we're getting towards the end. Yeah, what do you guys think of the tape? Obviously, we're getting towards the end, but if you haven't left a comment already, make sure you leave a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. What's your favourite track? And we're going to talk about a whole breakdown of this at the end anyway, so yeah, let's keep moving. Okay, we've got like the chipmunk sound and thing going on.
Under the guest of the vans, if I grip the wheel on this forward drive, send the location, I pull up outside. Trust, I guess it was never ever really love. Find something that you really want and still be cool if you keep in touch.
You know what? That one was more like a heartbroken love ballad in a drill format. You know, like he's talking about a girl, you know, out here doing the stuff in the club, but hopefully not popping anything. Again, not really much to break down. You know, he's basically saying, I miss you in a drill, R&B, I miss you format. Yeah, I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. I just think it's just 2 minutes and 18. So it could have been a bit longer. Maybe it could have had another person on it to help stretch it out. Because it's not a bad concept from Dutchavelli. And again, it's something different. It's a different side of Dutchavelli that we're seeing from all the records he's released and from some of the stuff on the tape. But we get to the last record now. And let's get into it and see what it's saying.
0, 0, 0, wait. 0, 0, no. 0, 0, 0. I was on a wing like Nero, now I'm getting money like Robert De Niro. Press her and lock it. I was on a wing like Nero, now I'm getting money like Robert De Niro. Pounds, dollars, euros. Respect this team like Pharaoh.
What?
Need a 1, comma 0.
0, 0, wait. 0, 0, no. 0, 0, 0. I was on the wing like Nero, when I get money like Robert De Niro. Hey, that was the last song. You know, it got me the most hyped, or one of the most hyped in this whole album. At first, I was a bit like, not too sure about this one, you know. But as time went on, I mean, you know, went through the track and then I heard that chorus and the 0, 0, wait. I like that. That was good. There's a good touch, you know what I mean? Because it's like that nice pause in the record. Everyone's like, what? When you first hear it, of course. And obviously, once you listen to it, it's whatever. And the verses were cool. The verses were decent, but the chorus is what really stood out for me. But that's it. That's the end of the record. So Dutch from the Fifth. That was the first reaction review of it. But yeah, let's break down some of the thoughts and my feelings towards the whole tape. So naturally, across the board, you think about it and look at it and say, 16 songs. That's a lot. It's quite bloated as an album. However, because it's quite short and most of the songs are only about 2.5 minutes on average, it does flow along quite well. We already know we have big records on there, like the ones that we've already had, Only If You Knew, Cool With Me, Surely, Bando Diaries. I think that's everything. If I forgot one, then let me know. And the other songs kind of sit around that and kind of almost, not in a sense act as filler, but just act as kind of ties that hold the bigger records together. A lot of the songs I feel like could have had maybe a feature on them to help push it. Not every single song needed one. For example, the last song 0, 0 didn't need a feature, but maybe a song like Segregation or Kaka at the start of the tape could have done with a little bit of a feature or to help push it. But for the most part, most songs were still decent when it was just him by himself. I think as a debut tape for an artist who has, you know, been putting in a lot of work this year and had a pretty successful 2020. It's a decent way to solidify, you know, the momentum that Dutchavelli's had this year. And I don't think there's tapes bad. There's some people that have dropped bad tapes this year, some of which I haven't done reviews on, but you know, this is a decent tape and something that will solidify. And as I might not necessarily like every single record on this tape, there are going to be people that are going to find other ways to make this work for them. So for my personal opinion, I'm not going to give it a rating out of 10, but between bad, good, great, and excellent, I'll put it in the good category. The good and maybe leaning towards great because of the records that we already heard and the impact and power they've had. But good towards great is where I'll probably put that and leave it at that. What did you guys think of the record? Let me know in the comment section below. If you haven't watched my interview with Dutchavelli, make sure you go and watch that. We dropped that in February. I think February or March earlier on this year at some stage. So go watch that, you get a bit more insight to him. And I like the fact that he spoke everything into existence. He said, I might not be your favorite rapper back then. Some people probably look at Dutchavelli as their favorite artist of the year right now. So shout out to him, salute to him for dropping this tape anyway. And yeah, I'll be back with another review sometime soon. If you got a request, get at me soon because it's lockdown. Where am I going? Where are you going? So let me know in the comment section below. Anyway, I'm off. I'll see you guys in a bit. Peace.